Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bowles Central. Doing a video game review for you today. This is a new game. This is Watchdogs Legion. It could be considered the first or one of the first next-gen titles because it's available in an enhanced form on the new consoles. We'll have to see what that looks like when those drop. Watch Dogs 1 came out in 2014, I believe, if I remember right. The first one was kind of so-so, and the second one was an improvement. And this third one, Legions here, is an even bigger improvement. There's a very, very cool new character mechanic involved. Rather than having one single character, you can recruit to your cause, your cyber criminal resistance cause, anybody in London, anybody in the city of London, anybody you see walking on the streets, anybody you see in cars, any cop, any politician, any homeless individual, anybody, you can recruit and make that a playable character, and you get a crew. You get a crew of just randomly generated individuals, and they are very individual. Surprisingly, I think Ubisoft has kind of worked a minor miracle here at making all these different faces and all these different personalities very individualized. The only drawback that I find is that the process by which you actually recruit them is always kind of the same. It varies. The actual specifics of what you're doing vary, but not to a huge degree. So, you run into this situation that while each of these characters is very, very unique, and you fall in love with them in individual ways, and they all have their own bonuses and weapons and styles and voices, that everything is fully voice acted, actually getting them on your side is kind of repetitive, because basically you approach the person, you say, do you want to be in DedSec? They say yes, like almost universally. And then you have to do something for them. You've got to do a job for them, because everybody's got a job to do, a dirty job apparently in London. And so you're stealing a car, you're hacking this or hacking that. It's always about hacking. These games, these Watchdog games. If you don't know, they're about usually cyber terrorism, or if you want to say cyber liberation, if you're on the other side of that coin. And you hack everything with your phone, man. Like you hack police cars, and you hack lights, and you hack drones, and you hack barriers, and you hack computers. Everything with your phone, which is totally impossible. In no way can you do any of this crap with a phone, even in the near future. But it works for a game mechanic, and we kind of suspend our disbelief just because we want to have fun, whatever. But and that's the limitation essentially of this huge new invention, and it is unique in gaming. There's never really been like something like this, even though it's just pasted on top of a standard GTA clone for the most part. The entire city, every single face in the city being recruitable, it's cool. It's a cool idea, and for the most part it works. They could have done more. That's the sense that you always get, because the monotony sets in fairly quickly, a little too quickly. Again, not with the personalities, with the tedium of actually doing a job that's always very similar to the other jobs for every single person. But regardless of that, it's cool because you're used to the single character idea, and in a GTA clone, you're used to killing everything in sight, or narrowly avoiding it, maybe, or you don't think of these faceless NPCs as assets, and now they kind of are, and that's it takes a little bit of ambition, especially in this field, because usually these AAA games don't really have that much in the way of innovation. So I think Ubisoft should be applauded for it, for the most part. So that's that. The thing that really, really makes this game impressive to me, because I appreciate these sort of things, is the actual world, is London itself. It's fully realized. It's beautiful. but it's not the London that we know. It's a near future kind of dystopian London where this police state exists, or this fascist government that's got its hands in technology and crime and business. And there's drones everywhere in the sky. There are cool, colorful, neon holographic signage everywhere. There's checkpoints everywhere. All the cars are electric. It's a very, very fully realized world, and I find it very, very impressive. But again, this game really does just sit on top of a GTA style clone, which is no big sin, because open world sandbox GTA stuff is kind of a genre unto itself. One thing that really bothers me is the driving. What is with the driving in these games? It's like trying to operate and motorize an especially twitchy and slick bar of a 2-ton soap up and down these narrow one-way streets in this city that was built as a medieval fort town. It has even more ancient origins. Oh gosh, it's a lot of very, very twitchy driving, especially if you're on console. Yeah, driving sucks. Combat is improved. This is basic house cleaning stuff now, right? Combat is improved as far as this series has gone. The story is better this time. It's more enjoyable. It's really, really fun. It's funny. Especially this AI dude that you've got with you, Bagley. So, anyways, Jeff Bull Central, we're gonna give this game an 8 out of 10. Very well deserved. Very fun. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Do me a favor, everybody. This is my latest novel. This is Love, Madness, Demon. It's sort of a dunga dung dung dung. My phone just went off. It's a good take. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. It's about the angelic and the demonic, and love and longing, and hell versus heaven, and betrayal and loss and past lives. There's so much jammed into it, it might come out on either side like a Swiss roll smacked with a karate chop on top of a vice. Theatrics. Exuberant. It's the word for the week. Exuberant.